Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Are you being sarcastic or something like that?
Oh, you should never mix your drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck, oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector class.
I could knock him out in the shed.
Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you are here?
Welcome, everyone. Yes, good evening. Hello, Peter. So, Peter, seeing as you're the only one on, this one goes out to you.
What are you doing in so early? Shit the bed.
Yeah. How you doing, mate? You all right? Right, we'll just wait for some people to get on and we'll have a little chat, shall we? Is that a bit better? Hello, my queen. Just joined in the background. I think I've done that wrong way. That's the way it's supposed to go. That's better. I think that's it. That'll do. You all right, are you, Pete? Good, good. I'm not too bad. I'm in a good mood. But yeah. I've got a bit of a gut ache. That's just what I've eaten. Cheryl, how you doing? Cheryl and Tom, you all right? She said, good evening, Mike. We'll have the song ready for you tomorrow. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. Black Metal, that's Seraphim, innit? How you doing, mate? You all right? He said, evening, mate, and everyone else. How are you all doing? I'm not too bad. Ben, you all right? Yeah, I'm not too bad. I've eaten something that's made my guts go a bit funny, but other than that, it's just like trapped in. Hello, Rich. Yes, Richard. Don't ever forget the purge of 2021. Nick, same. How you doing? You all right? I got sent the new... I got sent this today. This was from CrossShot UK. I'll show you. Hang on. See if I can get it down. So they are 3D printed, and the name bit is like CNC'd. Thank you, mate. I do appreciate that. It's great. Right. Seraphim said, have a glass of Andrews. Cheryl said, how are your hands and have you got results from the scans? Yeah, I've got osteoarthritis. Sorry if I didn't say. Yeah, I've got osteoarthritis. Yeah, CNC lasered, that's what I meant. So, yes, I've got osteoarthritis in my hands. I have got, I think, a phone call with a specialist on Tuesday. Right now, though, weirdly, they're not too bad. Right now, it's okay. Spacey, how you doing, mate? He said, Mike and all was on the other stream again. Yes. Well, good to see you're on the right one now. That's why I read them all out. Anyway, K+, how you doing? You all right? Yeah. So, weirdly, right now, they're not too bad. And I had a day in the shed the other day. Well, I say I had a day in the shed. I had about two hours in the shed. Yeah, so CrossShot UK made me that. And they also made me the speed loaders for the Sobek. And these are the speed loaders that actually mount on the actual crossbow. I'll tell you what, they look really good. I will show you a proper video soon. They're excellent. Technically, my crossbow, I could hold... Fucking hell, how many? 714... What's 7 times 5? 35? I think I could take 35 crossbow bolts on my bloody Sobek if I wanted to. Right, just going to catch up with the comments. Sign does look good, don't it? It's just it's behind my head at the minute. But that's a Me Too space. You have a job to get on the right stream. Richard, I did like and comment in the end, Mike, after you were swinging that knife about. Didn't leave me much choice. That's 28 people watching. Don't forget to like. Cheryl said, "Oh, sorry to hear about that. At least you know what you're dealing with now." Yeah, sorry. Sorry. I thought I told everyone, Cheryl. Sorry. Yeah. It's osteoarthritis, which is what's wrong with my hands. And yeah, as I said, weirdly today, for the past 3 days, they've not been too bad. I am still getting, my fingers are still getting like stuck a little bit, and they are a bit painful. Nowhere near as bad as usual. You know what's hurting today then? My fucking shoulder. That's 2 days in a row my shoulder's hurt. And I've not got osteoarthritis in my fucking shoulder as well. Right. Let me catch up. Bill, how you doing, mate? I didn't realise I was that far behind. Black Max, hello. Right, I'm back down the bottom now. I think. Yeah, hope you're all right. Yeah, well, that's it, Cheryl. At least now I know what it is. I can deal with it. I can do something. Yeah, I've got I think it's a phone call on Tuesday. Fucking hell, my shoulder's really hurting tonight. I haven't done anything like that. Yeah, I've got a phone call Tuesday. FTB said, "What weapons can I use in home defense?" Well, that really depends on if you're in the UK, it depends on what they call reasonable force. But you are allowed to use things in your house if it arises. Metallic Reality has a leaflet from the actual police saying that you're allowed to use a weapon in your house. It's mostly about, though, reasonable force. If some bloke comes in and doesn't have any weapon on him, and you basically batter him to death or half to death with a baseball bat, chances are you could get done for that. But if you fought that bloke with your fists and you beat him and you battered him, you might be all right. And it depends how much you batter them when they're on the floor as well, sort of thing. You know what I mean? Don't take it too far and don't use excessive force. But you're allowed to use weapons in your own home. You definitely are. If I've got the leaflet somewhere, let me see if I can find it in a second. I can't remember if I printed it off. let me just see if I can find it. So I might actually have it printed. I don't think I ever printed it off though. But yeah, basically, I've got the files ready to print. Maybe I'll do a video on it soon. I'll look into see if I can find the files. And because what I did, I basically copied I just took pictures of the leaflet to print out one day. But you definitely can use weapons in your own home. But it's all about reasonable force. Do not keep things next to... So you don't want to have stuff ready. If you have stuff ready next to your bed or under your pillow, and then you use that and they find out, that's like being already equipped for it. So you just got to be careful where you have stuff as well. Like if the police ever come around your house and you have sort of baseball bats next to the door or knives next to the door, they don't like that and they'll probably take them. Cleed, how you doing, mate? Cleed, I'll have your stick with you sometime next week, mate. He said, "Finally got your stream. Sorry, I've been working at..." That's all good, mate. So it's nice to have you on. It's always nice to have you on. Yes. Thank you for buying the stick. I will have it on your way very soon. I would have had it ready already, but the thing is, I had it ready, and then someone went and bought that one, and I couldn't say no. So I'm going to have to redo your one. This is ages ago. I already had it ready ages ago. But yeah. I've had a bit of I wouldn't say I had a cold. I had a bit of a sort of sore throat that I think has gone into my lungs ever so slightly. Mark said, "Hi, Mike. I just purchased a Laix B009. Nice. They are excellent. Yes. Pen, on your recommendation, I'm impressed. It's heavier than I expected. Great piece of kit. Cheap as chips. Yeah, they're only about a tenner, aren't they? They're amazing. That's my favourite tactical pen ever. Really, really good quality, isn't it? Yeah, nice. Yeah, I say congratulations on that. Yeah, I'll play you a little clip. Hang on. Might take me a while. So to the person who just bought the Laix B009.
Lucky bastard.
There you go, Mark. Right, where are we? Craig said I keep dumbbell sticks with my weights as sporting equipment. Yes. Rita said I'm about over the flu. Oh, good, good. Yeah, my weird cold thing I had, it was very mild. But it seems to have gone into my chest slightly. So I'm coughing stuff up now. But I feel okay. Yeah. So yeah. So if anyone was wondering, the thing that is wrong with my hand is osteoarthritis. My hands. But currently, the last 3 days, they've not been too bad. Haven't really done anything though. I had a couple of hours in the shed because I just wanted to get out the house because I haven't really been out the house properly since coming home from Metallics. I haven't really. Well, I've been out a couple of. I haven't been out for any good reason. So yeah. But yeah, they're feeling. They're not terrible, but that don't mean they're pain free. Clean said, also finally finished your chapter. Just need to know one of your favourite songs and favourite car. Well, so my favourite car, you'd have to look it up because I don't know what it's called. Don't call Pergio Prego. Pregio's on. Well, Pregio's on. That's your new name now. And when Metallic got called Ween was my favourite thing as well. Sorry, Cleed. One of my favourite songs. I got a lot of favourite songs. What kind of mood does it need to be? Favourite car though, I'm not massively into cars, but I like the car from Death Proof that Stuntman Mike drives. You'd have to look that up though. Pergio or Prego, how you doing? Aggressive masculine. What about a bit of Ace of Spades by Motorhead? Bit of Ace of Spades, Motorhead. Shut up, Nick. That's why I asked. I can't tell him a Miley Cyrus song if it's me going into a fight. Ace of Spades. Yeah. Motorhead, Ace of Spades. Nick, I was thinking the exact same thing there. Where am I? Metallic got called Jack today. She did. But in a good way. They weren't insulting him. Yeah, see, my hand's starting to hurt a little bit now. But it's not constantly on, at least. These gloves do help, though. Yeah, at least now I know what's wrong with them. I know I should hopefully start to work out what I can and can't do with them. You know, what causes it. Persia said, tired and stressed work. I hope you and everyone else are well. I'm not too bad, Persia. I'm in a good mood today. I won't say it publicly, but me and Metallic organised something for my birthday. It won't be on my birthday. It'll be way before my birthday, but it's for my birthday. And that's put me in a really good mood. It's wonderful. Thank you, my queen, by the way. It's fucking excellent. That's certainly changed my mood. I'm not too bad, Persia. Yeah. Aches and pains aren't too bad. Not too stressed. I'm confident I'm going to get the Spyroverse special done. However, the DVDs might have to come a little bit after Christmas. But I'm still going to try to get them done for Christmas, though. But I was worried the fucking... I was worried it... Got what's saying. I was worried it wasn't going to get done the Christmas episode. Hang on. Clay said, what's your favourite? Cheese and onion walkers, probably. I don't know. That's my favourite crisps. But Tyler said, is there a wrong way to get called Jack? Well, I suppose it could. Yeah, well, it depends. I don't know. I know some people might not like it. If he was like, I don't know. No, then. I don't put my foot in it. He said, my boxing coach has issues with his hands as well. Keeps them wrapped up and warm. Yes, that does tend to work. Thank you, Cleve. The Titan said, you're welcome, my king. It made me feel a bit less crappy too. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. A wonderful birthday gift. I can't wait. Yeah. Once in a lifetime thing, probably that for me. Yeah, thank you. Glad I mentioned it. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I just decided to mention it today, so why not? A night in a dungeon. You ain't far off, Nick. You're far off. I'll let you know on Discord later. Oh, that's the other birthday. Yeah, that's last year's birthday. It's going to be the night in the dungeon. Yeah, so I got sent this by CrossShot UK today, and also he sent me the new speed loaders that actually fit on the crossbows. And I'll tell you what, and I was moaning about how sometimes they look on the sides. These look great. These look bloody excellent. I'll show a proper video of that soon. And I've been sent a load of body armor, different parts. Instead of body armor, they're arm, shoulder, leg bits. But that's not worth the risk of waiting. I did that in 98 and still mourn the loss of the opportunity. Yes. Yeah, well, thank you, Michael. And as I said, I do massively appreciate it. I really do. Yeah. So, the bloke who sends me the high armor body armor, said you're getting a backwards boy pinata. Backwards boy pinata for your birthday. Lucky know it. I think this is a shoulder piece. Backwards. I'm glad you wrote it as backwards as well. Backwards. So this stuff does actually have like armor in it, same as their body armor. So that's high armor. I think that's a shoulder piece. Yeah, because it's got the strap that goes over your body. So that would go under your armpit. That would go over like that. I haven't adjusted it yet, but probably all set too tight for me at the minute. But that would go up and over and like that, and then fucking hell, so let's try it. Like a bit like that. You can see what I'm trying to do there, can't you? Christ. I've not adjusted them to my size. I don't know if I'd even get that over. Oh no, will that stick to itself? No. I don't know if I can even get my bicep in there. But anyway, it's proper good stuff, and it's not that expensive. Richard said, no. Matat said, I do like how flexible it is. Pergio says, sorry, what is the birthday gift had to pop? I never mentioned it. I'll tell you on Discord, though. There is a reason. I can't tell everyone. I don't want to get assassinated. I don't want to get assassinated, so I can't tell you. I can't tell the public. But I'll tell you lot on Discord later. But it is something I genuinely fucking... there's not a lot of things that I really, 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 really want to do that there's actually a possibility of doing them. You know what I mean? This is actually, 400 people looking for our king. Exactly. It's not like it's unheard of, is it, Rich? It's not like it's unheard of. Do you reckon all... Well, I wonder if all them 400 people had a crossbow. Wonder if all them, because we know someone who's got 400 crossbows. Maybe I had 400 people out. Hello, Forced Hard. That sounds a bit, I don't know. It sounds a bit. I'm in England. But yeah, Pergio, I'll tell you on Discord after this. Yeah. Hello, Four-Star. How you doing? So yeah, I haven't really done a lot this week. I'll be honest with you. I got drunk on Tuesday. I went out Saturday night, and the party was good. We went to a family Christmas party, and it was good. I really enjoyed myself. Fucking hell. So a vodka and tonic was about £5.20. Vodka and tonic, £5.20. Guess how much a gin and tonic was? My reaction was, what? Poor woman's face. I couldn't believe it. I genuinely thought she'd ripping me off. Richard said, and 50 air tanks blow up in their faces each year. Yes. But he's never been burnt before, and he's never been injured, apart from the times he says he has. So, vodka and tonic, about £5.20, something like that. Gin and tonic, £9.80. Fucking hell, I thought, what? Yeah. Almost told it to fuck off. That was the last one I bought. So yeah, then went back to the Wendy house, but the problem was I'd only had about 4 hours sleep the night before. We weren't in the Wendy house very long before I started falling asleep. Sleep. We don't do any politics or religion on here, forced. Just you know, it's a load of our bollocks. You know what I mean? Try and keep it light and have a relaxing sort of evening. You know what I mean? What was I saying? So yeah, came back to the Wendy house, and I didn't stay awake very long. I don't think. I think I had a drink that consisted of Fireball, absinthe, vodka, and Charlie Boy bought a couple of those Magnum bottles that you was talking about, Peugeot, that I've seen before, and that I wanted to get some of that. I had a couple of them, and Charlie Boy said to me the next day, "Oh yeah, we had to go home because we don't just fallen asleep." I was fucked, but not. I was drunk, but I was also. I could have stayed up longer normally, but I was so tired. He said, "What happened to you, man? You used to be cool." I'll always be cool. I'll always be cool, have you know, Richard. Can you hear my stomach going?
Piss it.
So, what then happened was I felt like I'd missed out. So, Tuesday night, I thought, oh, fuck it, I'm going to have a drink. That ain't that long. That ain't long, Forced. That's 5 years for me. I'm 45. So, I thought, fuck it, I'm going to get pissed Tuesday. So, I sat in here and I drank all of the absinthe that I had, all of the Fireball that I had, all the vodka that I had, some of the vermouth I had. And I tried to watch that film, The Devil, all the time, but I found it just too fucking like, I was pissed out of my face and it was still predictable. Yeah. It won't, well, don't bother watching it. Yeah, 50s, that ain't far, but yeah, no, it's already getting me now a lot of the time, Force. You know, the older you get. What's everyone's plans for the week? And I won't be doing anything this weekend, I don't think. Just live streaming. Next Saturday, I'll be playing poker. And then not long after that, it'll be Christmas, wouldn't it? So I'll stream Christmas Day. Christmas special Spyroverse will be on Christmas Day as well. And the King's Speech, I'll put that on. If anyone doesn't know, I'm the King. Not that imposter. There's my crown just there. Thank you, Forrest. Yes, someone owns that now. I don't own that now. I think. Which one was it? Or Forced Harder, are you an old regular with a different name? I can't click in your name. But yeah, fuck was I going to say? Dave. I think Dave's got that. That's not you, is it, Dave? You knew. I only saying, the only reason I was saying forced was because a lot of people's names have changed recently, and I'm sat there talking to regulars, and I don't know it because it's coming up different to me. Yeah, there's a bloke called Dave, I think, has that now. He bought that one off of me. Yeah, that's nice, that was. Pleasure, not a crown, a king hat. Yes, you're right, Pleasure, a king hat. Tart said, I thought the Christmas special was Christmas Eve. Don't you have to do a King's Speech Christmas Day? I was going to do... It could be Christmas Eve. I don't know. Maybe we'll change. Fucking hell. I was going to do all three. Londinium Armory. Bloody hell, how you doing, mate? You all right? You, what, just recently? What happened? Fucking hell. What happened? Was your son all right then? Who went to look after him? Just let me just catch up. I don't know what day I'll do then, Metallic. Londinium Armory said, how's it going, Mike? I was in prison for the last 4 months. Long time no chat. You all right? You all right, mate? You just got out. Fuck's sake. Well, you always tell me privately if you know, if it's, you know, you can't say it publicly. But yeah, well, that's, yeah, fucking hell. Yeah, what a bastard. Richard said, not doing much at the moment, having a few issues building my flight boat, a nightmare getting axles right diameter. Persia said, I am in the wife's bad books, got the bairn her own bow for Christmas, never told her. Fuck's sake. What did I sell it for? I think it was about 50 quid. Well, I'm glad you're all right, Londinium, because, yeah, that sounded like a nightmare. I found out recently I got fucking osteoarthritis in both my hands. That's why I haven't been doing any build videos, because my hands are fucked. Right now, they're not too bad. But yeah, you've got me on a few different places you can mess. You don't have to tell me if you don't want Londinium. I just, you know, just nice to know you're all right. You know what I mean? You're a good bloke. Yeah. What's my favourite pistol, Khalid? Desert Eagle. I always like the Desert Eagle. I quite like revolvers, though. I do quite like a Magnum revolver. Metallic said, had a second go on my shoot-through bow. Seems I'm getting better left-handed this week. Yeah, I think it was about 50 quid, Forced. I think it was. I don't sell my stuff for massive prices. You know, I probably should sell a lot of my things for more. But I think it was about 50 quid. So I'd say what you've been up to, Londinium. But no, I hope you're all good, mate. Yeah. Was you still? I know you were still doing some of your knives, weren't you? Because I know you mentioned to me about doing the sheaths for some of your knives, didn't you? Which I'd still be up for. It's just we'll have to have a proper. Because the problem is when you mentioned that, not long after that, my hands went to shit, and apart from the last 3 days, my hands have been in agony for probably fucking, I don't know, 4 months, 5 months maybe. You was for a bit, but not anymore. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Yeah. Versio said to Londinium, I hope your porridge wasn't lumpy. Oh, God. Yeah, I cut my index finger off too. I remember you fucking up one of your fingers. I do remember that. Yeah. Mark said it's a shame air guns like the AEA Zeus Mark II are illegal to buy in the UK. Watch the video on YouTube. It's mental. Yeah. I haven't been doing a lot this winter. The last 3 months I've probably done fuck all. Really. Just videos and yeah. Londinium said, I can't do anything right now. I've got community service and probation all the time, for fuck's sake. Well, at least you're sort of done now. You know what I mean? I suppose at least, you're done, so. So they're not even letting me work, saying I'm high risk. Dumb shit, fuck's sake. Nightmare, innit? Richard said, Metallic, I find watching myself shoot from recordings, I can see any faults in my technique. You may be doing something less consistent right-handed. Clean said, what's your favourite Bond? Mine is Living Daylights. I like any of the Roger Moore ones, but I can't think of a specific one. I like the Roger Moore. All of the Roger Moore ones. Persia, no winter EDC video yet. You know I like an EDC. Thank you, Persia. Problem is, my EDC video will be exactly the same as the last one because I never changed my kit. Although, my fucking coin pouch Kosh, I've lost it. So I'm using a different one now. Sorry, my coin holder. That's just the stage name, coin pouch Kosh. My coin holder. Londinium, always good to talk to you, mate. Feel free to send me a private message on anything. PS4, PS5, mate. I'm glad you're all right. Always nice to hear from you. Take care, mate. Yeah, go and have a drink. Yeah, I'll be on till about 12:30 if you come back. Speak to you later, mate. I'm glad you're all right. Carlos, how you doing, mate? You in Spain, are you? Nice. Force, you still Roman spear. I do want to do a spear. I just ain't got round to it. But maybe I'll ask that bloke that runs it to record me for a couple of rounds. Yeah. You only have to set your phone up and film it. It's not difficult. He said, what crazy is that we can own a 30 magazine 2 long rifle AR-15 in the UK, but California, you can have 10 round magazine limit and lock on the magazine release. Well, there you go. That's it, isn't it? That's it. What are you doing in Spain, Carlos? Are you spending Christmas in Spain, are you? Nice and hot and warm and hot and warm. Same thing. President said, is it possible you binned it during the SAP batting pads? Definitely not. No. I'm confident that I'd even, carry that. So I wouldn't, nah. No. The last time I remember seeing it, and I'm pretty sure I had it after this, when Steve came round, I thought possibly I took it out of my pocket and left it in his van. But he would have found it by now and told me. It might just be somewhere simple, like down the back of my sofa. I've only had a half-assed look, really. But I have looked. I don't know. I'll have to make a new one. As I said, pinged my nose a few times. Think I need to go back to basics and lock in my pull set point. I think I've gotten used to not doing a full draw because I can't fully draw my longbow. Marcus, sorry, how you doing, mate? You alright? Yeah, not really. Just Londinium Armory was on. Do you know the Londinium Armory? Carlos had just got back. I think the women were shagging James Bond. All I could hear was Roger Moore. That's it. Roger Moore even has a Bond name. You know, you got Pussy Go Lightly and all these fucking innuendo names, and you got Roger Moore. Yeah, I don't know, my queen. Go back to basics and see how that works. You know more about bows than I do. Age restrictions set. What? I didn't do that. How the fuck is this age restricted? WeaponCollector Friday night stream. Have a chat and a laugh. Is not viewable to users who are under 18 and who are signed up. Why is that then? Yeah, Londinium Armory was on for a bit. He's gone off. What would I have said that would have made this over 18? And I certainly never set that shit. That's probably where all the viewers suddenly went. I wonder if I could change it. Fuck 'em, I'm going to try and change it. Let's see if I can change it while we're actually live streaming.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras. I'm being absolutely straight with you. A fucking joke?
Nah, I can't. That's weird, isn't it? It's weird. So what's everyone up to on the weekend? I'll tell you what you should be up to on the weekend, actually. I've got a job for you, not all of you watching. There's 16 of you watching, which means, unless Timbo's watching, then I only want 15 of them, because I've already got Timbo's. I want a load of videos for my Spyroverse special. Now, I've asked quite a lot of you. Now, I want the rest of you to do it, all right? All you need to do is some funny scene where I open a door and then you do whatever you like. No longer than 30 seconds. You could be a caroler. You could be anything. And then that will go into the Christmas special. It could be Christmas themed, you know. Whatever you do, I can always work it into it somehow. Richard said, it's your own fault, Mike. You must have done something wrong to get this stream age restricted. Gaslight attention. What would I have done? What would I have done that would have got this age restricted? Sure, I haven't said anything about fisting or anything yet, have I? Maybe it's just that. I don't know. But it's only the vertical one. The vertical one's age restricted. This one isn't. Carla said that was my wife. Said no longer than 39 seconds. What's that? Yeah, Ray Winston's great, isn't he, Marcus? Yeah, there's my email. Persia's put it in the chat. Send me an email with your clips. Mataxon, maybe it's because the vertical ones are easier to scroll into. Maybe. But yeah, I don't know why they suddenly made that age restricted. Doesn't matter. Who knows? Those are day 12, Mike, and still hasn't noticed the extra tree decoration. Oh, nice. Nice one. 30 seconds too long. That is great. Yes. Who knows? YouTube gets strange about it. I certainly do, Rich. That's good, Fuzzy. I like that. Yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to test this stuff. But the problem is, if I test it, I'm going to fuck. It's one of them. If I test it, I'm going to fuck it up because you can't take the armor out of it. And this is the stuff. This is the kind of stuff that's worth keeping. Isn't it? It's fucking good stuff. But you can't take the armor out of it. So the only real way to test it is to fucking like fuck it up slightly. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do it on one piece. It's the same stuff inside. That's the thing, though. I don't really need to. I can just say this is what's inside it. Stab that, and yeah. Dump Sabu, how you doing, mate? Yeah. So anyone wondering about my hands? I found out the other day I've got osteoarthritis in my hands, but not my wrists. But no one delete users' comment. I don't mind reading stuff like that. It makes me laugh. Lee, how you doing, mate? Riggs, did I say hello? User said, my boyfriend's testicles were bitten off by a camel recently. Should I marry him when he wakes up from his coma or marry his identical twin brother whose testicles are in pretty good shape? I think you should still marry him. Maybe go out both of them. I don't know. Bojo said, did you see Liam's test while he was wearing it? He's braver than me. Yeah, I have seen it. And I'll tell you who else done that recently. Fucking deep in the bunker, let his teenage son slash at his arms with a knife while he was wearing one. I couldn't do that either. No, they're braver fucking men than me. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I ain't doing that. Yes. Richard said, Mike, you need more Spyroverse music. You can link me soundtracks and I can mimic them. Also play keyboard. Can someone put that on the Discord, please? Can you copy, if it's easy, can someone copy Richard's comment there? I can't do it on here. And put it on the Discord for me. Or could you, Rich, could you write it on Discord for me? Because by the time I finish this, I forget I can do that. User said, a gerbil is trapped in my boyfriend's butt and can't get out. Should he keep feeding it milk with a medicine dropper or just let it starve to death? I would keep it alive. It's more fun that way. But said, Metallic, I'm gutted. I'm sure you would all love it. Maybe I'll try and post it somehow, Persia, but you'll have to remind me. Marcus said, I'm not seeing some of the comments. Go to the different... He's probably commenting on a different thing. Yeah, definitely write it, Rich, because I would like to get you to do that for me. Yes. Richard, I'll just write a Discord later. Thank you. Yeah, please do, because I would like to do that. Yeah, that's perfect, Rich. Because there might be a couple of Christmas songs you could do a theme, copy of. Carla said, would it be legal to make a real Freddy Krueger? I don't know at this point, because it could be classed as hand claws, technically. Rich, do it. Send me it anyway, please, Rich. But I'll write it on my online list. Okay, now I have to watch out going on Twitter because I follow adult performers on there, and the videos automatically play when you hover over them. Tristan, how you doing, mate? Yeah, that could be perfect, Rich, because there's a reference to Spaceman Came Traveling, and if you could potentially do a version of that, that'd be fucking great. You might have to change it ever so slightly, like one little bit, but maybe, I don't know, but enough that you still recognise it. We'll see, because what I'll do, I'll upload it early enough that if I get copyrights on any of the music, I can redo it. The type said, user's boyfriend is quite the contortionist. If he can drop a feed a gerbil, he should definitely stay with his boyfriend and not the brother. Carlos said, don't write on your to-do list. Andy said, my friend has his car stolen last night. His name is Carlos. Carlos is here. Jason is pretty good. Got a new phone now to replace my old one. Fair enough, mate. Temple Sabo said, Mike's Bonnie Blue #1 fan. Fuck's sake. Yeah, found out I've got arthritis in my hands. For the people who don't know. Never been into Bonnie Blue, but I do have to be very careful going on Twitter. What is, on Twitter, I message myself on Twitter with a list of stuff to do. But them fucking videos play automatically. If your volume's on. Arthritis, yeah. Good old arthritis. Richard, yeah, if you put it on the to-do list, we'll be waiting until next year's Christmas. That's all right. I checked my Twitter to-do list every day. That one. I have a couple of ideas, Rich. I might get hold of you to try soon, if that's all right. Tristan said, but still doing good so far. I've built up a decent inventory of 55 blades to put. Oh, good on you, Tristan. Good on you, because you had a bit of an accident recently, didn't you? And you couldn't work for a while, could you? So yeah, nice one, mate. Nice one. That's a lot of work, mate. That's a lot of work in your freezing cold workshop. I haven't been able to get in mine. It's only the last 3 days that my hands haven't really been killing me all the time. They're not too bad at the minute. Yeah. Organised something with Metallic earlier. It should be great fun, which means I'm going to get to see her soon. I say soon, not that soon, but I would have liked to have got to see her before Christmas, but I just ain't got time. Not really. I don't think it'd be possible. It's not. I don't need to try and work it out in my head. It's not. Yeah. It's all right. I'll see you soon, my queen. Where are we? Richard said it just there's fewer people in the house, so less chance you're hearing shut the fuck up in the recordings. I'll do that, Rich. What I'll do, Rich, I'll let you know tomorrow. I'll let you know tomorrow because now you've mentioned it, I've already got 2 ideas. Yeah. And they don't have to be identical as long as it's nearly the same. Or we'll see what happens. I'll tell you what, Rich, I'll get you to send me one and I'll upload that privately as a video because even private stuff still gets checked. Because the thing is, if you make things exactly the same, I think you can still get copyright on it. I think. Lieutenant said, Tristan, freezing cold workshop. I advise heated soles for your work boots. Cheap as chips and really help. Lee said, got arthritis in my right hand and both knees, so now I feel. Yeah, right bastard, Lee. He's right bastard. Carl said, how was the party last week? Thank you for asking. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But the problem was, I'd only had 4 hours sleep that night, like the night before. I knew I was going to be absolutely fucked when it got quite late. So went there, went reasonably early for me, had a really good time. As I walked in, they was doing a raffle, right? But it was in like the big bit. And I walked into the back bit. And when a load of people who saw me knew me, they all fucking clapped. And then my mate Sam went, oh, no one claps me when I come in. It was good fun. Yeah. And they people clapped me when I came in the fucking pub. Yeah, it was good fun. Vodka and tonic, £5.20. Gin and tonic, £9.80. When she said that, I fucking nearly told her to fuck off. But then when I got back to the Wendy house, I didn't last very long. I had a couple of like very bizarre vodka, absinthe, bloody tonic wine cocktails, fireball cocktails, and then next day Charlie Boy said that we had to go because we'd fallen asleep. That was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning still though. I remember being sat in there, and I remember drinking that, and I remember there being like at least 5 or 6 of us in there. Let me think. Me, Emma, Charlie, Tasha was in there at some point. Maybe a couple of others. There was at least 5 of us. Yeah. A good night. Put some music on. I was dressed as the penguin. Yes, I was. Yes. But with a blue shirt. With my blue shirt on. Tristan said, I'll definitely get some, but luckily I wear leather cowboy boots in thick wool socks, so my feet always stay warm. I wear old school, thick military wool socks. Yeah, my feet don't tend to get cold anyway. I can only remember my feet ever being really cold twice. One time was in the Wendy house, one time was around Metallics. Carlos said, and I read that. Metallics said, fair enough, Tristan. Got to keep your feet warm, otherwise it takes over your whole body. Yeah, I remember having freezing cold feet around Metallic once. Yeah, and the other time was in the Wendy house, and they were so cold, my feet was like hurting. And I don't normally get cold feet. Don't normally get that cold. Obviously, my head gets cold because I don't have a lot of hair. But the only place I ever get noticeably cold, but it doesn't really affect anything, are my inner thighs. The only place I ever notice I'm a bit cold, but it's not nothing that like don't really bother you. They can be freezing fucking cold, but it don't really do nothing to you. You know what I mean? When your hands are cold, though, they hurt and you can't do anything. Your feet, as Matthias said, it seems to want to spread for your body, and your head makes you cold. But yeah, the head, I'm obviously going to get a cold head because anyone with very short hair will get a cold head. You know what I mean? It's just how. But I never really need to wear gloves. Not for warmth. That said, only have the cold in you in a fight. Frigid. Christ, yeah. Yeah, imagine if you met a woman like that. That wouldn't be very pleasant, would it? That's right. You call me frigid, little shitbag. Oh, God. Got the speed loaders. Who's into their Sobex? I got the speed loaders that connect to the actual crossbow. And I'll tell you what, they're great. and they look really good when they're on the crossbow as well. It looks better if you have the bolts pointing backwards rather than forwards. Yeah. You can get about 30 if you if you have 2 quivers underneath and 2 on the sides. Currently, right now, I can get 28 bolts on my bloody Sobek. If you put another one of these on, you get about 35. Tristan said, what I really had to deal with was when your hands get cold, they start aching like crazy, and that's really bad. Yeah, well, yeah, your hands will get naturally cold as well. Yeah. Dumble Salbo said, I see new customs rules shipping to the US is getting anal. Parcel Force want me to weigh every single item and describe everything exactly and say where they were made. How can you say where something's made? That's ridiculous. Tristan said, and like right now, due to my injury, I had a while back. If my arm gets a certain amount of cold, it shoots a shockwave of pain from a nerve down it. Fuck's sake, yeah. Richard said, well, that ruined my dreams of being crushed between Mike and his woman in a face. Now I know they're freezing cold. Some dreams never come true. It's only in the winter, It's only in the winter, but don't get too excited. Don't be trying to creep into my tent again. That's why he wants us around his field so badly. Lee said, the only thing that ever gets cold are my feet. Sleep with no blanket or quilt on. The opposite, my wife has 2 20-ton quilts. Fuck's sake, and a sleeping bag in the top. Tats and oh Christ, that's not good. I have Prezzies to send to the States. Not sure if I can describe some of the stuff. Well, he said parcel force, which means it's got to be... Parcel force usually means it's quite big. The only times I've ever had to go with parcel force are... a certain size. So, Will, how you doing, mate? He said, bought the Mancomb multi-shot. Did you struggle stringing it? I ended up putting the Revo 7 string on it. Found the one supplied too short. The stringer was too short, definitely. I did get the string on in the end, but yeah, it took me a while to get it on, but that was because of the stringer was way too short. So I think it was too short. Anyway, I'm trying to work it out, mate. Yeah, no, the stringer was way too short. Yeah. In the end, what I did, I made the stringer about 18 inches, and it was just about right. Well, I have a video if you want to watch it on doing the string for the multi-shot. Oh, Will. These are the Sobek speed loaders that actually have a bit to actually sit on the actual crossbow. I'll do a video of those soon. Jumbo Salbu said, I get cramps in my hands when cold and lock up. Yeah, I do in the shed. Yeah, I do, yeah. My hand, yeah, I have to physically pull it open. Snotty Nose, how are you? You all right? Great, man. Jumbo Salbu says, use parcels to go as they got me 30 quid off with FedEx compared with the quote from FedEx themselves. Yeah. It depends on the parcel size, I suppose, don't it, Riggs? Because I've just sent something to America and that went straight through standard post office. And I just put one thing on and that was it. Andy, how you doing, mate? You all right? Tristan said, I even took a huge gamble a few weeks ago shooting 2 guns because I haven't shot any of my firearms due to my injury. Yeah. Yeah, well, I hope that went well, mate. I hope that went well. Yeah, I've not really done anything in the shed apart from I made a bayonet for my Sobek and I made a quiver for my Sobek. But I can't show you those at the minute because if I show them on the live stream, they'll shut it down. And I already got age restricted on one of the live streams tonight. I think the vertical one's been age restricted. That's why there's hardly anyone watching it now. Will said, cheers, bud. Much appreciated. On the hunt for more bolts as ever. Merlin Archery. I'll check it right now if you want. Give me a second. All right, I'm just going to shout Merlin Archery at my computer. Merlin Archery. It's easier if I do that. Hang on. I'll see if they've still got them in stock. Because they did. Right. Go to Merlin Archery. And they have the bolts for the Sobek in now $5.99. I've bought the last couple of days about 7 packets. Yes. They said parcel force and post office are the same devil on the coin. They are, but if it's not big, if it's not too big, you don't have to deal with them. Yeah. I shot my bolt action Carcano rifle and my 12 gauge shotgun. That I cleaned up nice. Don't mention who at Merlin Archery. I was sold out in a second. It's not said used to say Andy on my comments. I'm sending some IBMs. I'm not reading the rest of that out. Oh god. Jump from Boost and Mike. I think it's because tariff rates are higher now in the US. Used to be $800 was tax free. Yeah, Penny told me something about that. He said Prepper Shop have a sale on. Don't know the sizes. Yeah, I don't think Prepper Shop had any in, but I don't know if this will work. But for the people who are watching, if this works, here's the link straight to the bolts. See if you can click that. The Dark said the stuff I'm sending is homemade, so technically not worth anything, but also priceless. Well, exactly. Yeah. As I said, it depends what you're sending, how big it is, and how much it weighs, stuff like that. Carlos, my hands are getting slightly better. You might get one soon. Maybe. I can't even make my own proper bayonet. I did make myself one recently, but it weren't like a proper one. All I did was drill 2 holes in the mount and then did it like that, so it wouldn't be as strong. I know you're joking about, but I also know you're not. Reeks said, Mike, see that 50-year-old from the UK, went to Florida, took a photo. I have seen that, yeah. I don't know what to think of that. I think there must be something else behind that. Because I suspect if he could get arrested for that, there has to be something behind the scenes. And the fact that there was some stalking thing, do you know what I suspect he's done? I suspect he's said to someone, I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to fucking shoot you. And then they've taken pictures, not pictures, then he's been abroad and innocently put their videos on and pictures. I suspect, because I can't see how it would even be a crime otherwise. There's nothing there, is there? I'll talk to the hands. Yes, sorry, maybe that's why they've been getting a bit better. Dear love, how you doing, mate? By the way, Tristan said, but my arm didn't hurt at all when he was shooting, and my guns worked perfectly because both I had restored and cleaned up, and they were the first shots. Taking them out the guns, and Lord knows how long. Nice one. I'm glad, mate. I'm glad. Stop hurting me. Stop hurting me. Jumbo Sabo said a customer owed him 80k and reported him, saying the guy felt threatened, among other things. All right, fair enough. It's just I just can't work out. I just couldn't work out. I get your rigs. I thought there must be something else to it, because that's not illegal to go to America and shoot guns. It's not illegal to go in this country and shoot guns, is it? You could go to a shooting range tomorrow. I could go to a shooting range. You know this, Riggs. I've seen it and I think it's totally fucked up. But I just think got to be something else to it. There's got to be that hasn't been said. There's got to be something more to it. But otherwise, the police could literally go and arrest probably 100,000 people right now who was shooting the last couple of months. You know what I mean? In the UK as well. Yeah. But at 80k, they probably ruined the bloke. Wouldn't blame him if he'd go postal. Yeah, well, exactly. But I don't know. It's a fucked up world we live in. But I'll tell you what I try not to do, though. There are too many things online where they just do the old, you know, England's fucked and you can't have this and you can't have that and you can't have guns, and none of it's true. We can have guns and all that bullshit. I won't go on to that rant again. But you know what I mean? You know, you got to remember, people think we're not allowed butter knives in this country, and that's because people have said that online. People believe it now. There are genuinely people in other countries who think that UK aren't allowed sharp cutlery because some twat has said it online. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I always think there probably is something to it in the background that hasn't been said. Yeah. Jumbo Celebration, I think once a CAD is generated with a report of him brandishing a gun, you have to follow it up. That's why I wouldn't try and import a UK legal knife now. Not worth that. No, I wouldn't either. But I get you, Riggs. I get you. You probably know more than that about. I would definitely. But yeah, I don't know. It's fucked up though, isn't it? It's fucked up. And has he been done for anything, or was he just arrested for it? And that's the other thing. But the thing is, the police. I've been arrested for not doing anything a couple of times, and I mean that. I have been arrested when I haven't done anything at all. Nothing at all. At least 3 times. I hadn't done anything. Yeah. So yeah, you can get arrested for doing absolutely nothing. Yeah. Number Sabu said arrested, but just before court it was dropped. Now, fair enough. Yeah. I don't know, but as you say, that's pretty fucked up. And if you start thinking shit, you know, if I've got a picture of me holding the gun, am I going to get done now? You know, you don't know, do you? It shouldn't have ever happened. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty fucked up. But no, I had heard about it. I think you sent me it. And then no, I don't know. Or Peach put something. Maybe I can't remember now. But no, it's pretty fucked up, and yeah, it does make you worried a little bit. But no, do you know what, Riggs? I don't try and import UK legal knives now. I wouldn't buy anything. I wouldn't buy any knives, or not knives, I would say weapons. Wouldn't buy anything like that now from abroad in the fear that customs would stop it, which this does happen, doesn't it, Riggs? Customs stop it, claim that it's illegal, and tell the police, and have the police come knock on your door. And then you could get arrested for it, even though you haven't committed a crime, because it could be perfectly legal. Yeah. Yeah. It's because the problem is, once you've been arrested, you've still sort of lost there. You've still lost time, money potentially. None of it you can get back. You know, the average person wouldn't be able to get it back because you wouldn't be able to afford to get a lawyer to do anything about it in the first place, and you won't get legal aid for stuff like that. So yeah. Carla said, when I was 14, I was arrested for frogging my mate on a bike, yet a bloke mounted the curb in his car to run me over and get let off. Yeah, I've been arrested, I think, 3 times in my life when I genuinely hadn't done a fucking thing. Sorry, I couldn't even say fucking then. I hadn't done a fucking thing. Yeah, I've probably been arrested probably 10 times that legitimately, but, you know. Where are we? Lee said, all it takes is someone to take offence, then you can be arrested for anything. Well, exactly. Exactly. We're all highly offensive here. Metallic said, I assume frogging is given a CETA, not a rather dominant sexual act. I wondered about frogging. I would call that a backy. Darylove said, keep the faith, England. Do you know what? I like this country still. It's all good. You know what I mean? It's not as bad as it seems. It's not that bad. We're all right. There's worse shit happening in other places. Croggy in. Christ, it's getting worse now. Temple Salvo said, my neighbour ripped out my fencing behind official boundary posts, reported it, and the police did nothing. Yeah, that takes the piss, Reeves. That's the thing, though. Some people, they'll come out and do, like, fucking do people for absolutely... You know, someone calls the police on someone who hasn't done anything, and they get done, and then you can ring the police, you know, whatever, and report it on something that's legitimate, and they don't bother. Yeah, we called out a backy. Carlos. And Metallic calls it a, what did you call it? A seater. A couple of people have joined. John, how you doing, mate? He said, alternatively, everyone should buy legal things from abroad. We flood the system so they can't cope. Well, no, that's the point, though. No, people are getting reported for buying illegal things. It's not, he said, the government's secret. I'm not reading that either. He said, hang on, I will read that one. I just thought I'd better check it, though. He said, it's a government secret, but black people are brown. Don't tell anyone, though. Fuck's sake. Oh, God. Jack Tripp said, let's see that Bowie knife. I normally make people ask nicely. Which one? This one? This one? Or that one? I will get it. I just need to know which one. Lee said, love the country, but I would not die for it anymore. We used to call it Kroggy. That one. So that is a deer foot handle. Ugh. Are you on the vertical stream or the widescreen stream? So that is a deer's foot. Real deer's foot. I made this knife and I made the sheath. There we go. Got gloves on at the minute because I've got bloody arthritis in my hands. It does look like a swan's head. I know a lot of people say that. I've loosened my trousers up a lot, so just be careful. They might fall down. Shut your eyes. Jerry Love said, I got the K-Bar BK2 from the Netherlands recently and no problem through customs. Well, that's the thing. They are legal and you shouldn't have an issue. You shouldn't have an issue. But some people do. Riggs, did you have an issue with getting legal knives? Did that personally happen to you? Thanks, Jack. And he said, that's awesome. Thank you, mate. If anyone's wondering what Jerry Love bought, I'll show you it. I've got one in here. Because I was given one very kindly by a 4x4 fella. Hang on. Well, that's right down the bottom of this fucking bag. I've got so many bloody projects to do. And I want to get them done. Right, this is the one you've got in it. Or have you? Yeah, that's the BK2. Yeah. I'm going to make the handle slightly different shape for mine, I think. That's why Ben didn't want it. He said he found the handles a bit too sort of wide. And I get what he means. Electro said, what if you have a firearm charge? What do you mean? then you probably won't get a firearms license. Carlson, knives and guns don't kill, people do. Ray said, yeah, a few years ago, UPS wouldn't allow knives on air freight. Canadian customs were the same. Yeah, I remember, Riggs. I do remember. Yeah, guns don't kill people. Rappers do. Get it right. Gerolov said, will I get arrested for saying keep the faith, England? I hope I haven't offended anyone here. No, you're all right. No. We tried to keep any sort of politics or religion out of things, but that's all good, mate. Or do you mean other people? No, you're all good. Lee said, by the way, loved the Spy Reverse video. Laughed. I bought some after Matt scales for my BKT. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Lee. Yeah, golden looking chain. Yeah, I will. There'll be a Christmas Spyro special coming out. Yeah, glad you liked it, Lee. You and someone else was the only two people to comment on that video. But it's because a lot of the regulars had seen it when it was on the actual long video. Yeah, I quite like this. I might change the handles. Don't know, there's just something about it I don't quite like. And I know Ben had the same issue. Right. Jumbo Sabu said the knife had to go through Canadian DHL. Cost around $300 to ship, just a scam to charge extra. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I've heard, you know what though? There's a new law that's come through, or whatever it is, new law, new rule, whatever, I don't really know. That they've been making people who own companies report people who buy knives, haven't they? Some bullshit like that. I can't remember now. There's so much stuff goes on, I start to not be able to remember what has happened and what is happening and what's going to happen, sort of thing. I'm pretty sure, didn't they start saying they're pressuring companies into telling the police, reporting people to the police who've been buying like knives and shit? That's not right. And then you get that suspicious packages thing. If you're buying suspicious package, what's a suspicious package or a suspicious order? Sorry. If you're buying fucking knives, crossbow, shovel, plastic tarps, and shit like that, you know, that's just camping stuff. You know what I mean? That's just camping stuff. Greg said, yeah, I think if you like bulk order, probably stopping people selling to kids. Maybe. Is this an original? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, dear love. It was one I got given as a gift. So I don't really know. BK and K-Bar. $7 packs of bucks. Don't say that. I bought like 5 and then I bought them. Now, Merlin Archie should know by now. Yeah, I assume this isn't an original. I don't know. I don't know where. I'd have to find out where Ben got it from. They said it's not in the business's interest to stitch people. I hope they don't. I really hope no company does that. Carlos said, are you drinking tomorrow? No, I got pissed on Tuesday. So I need to rest my liver for a bit and my brain. I got so pissed. I was sat in here listening to music. So the next day I assumed no one knew I'd drunk. And my mum said to me, was you drunk last night? And I just said, why? I didn't say yes or no, I just said, why? And she said, oh, I woke up and I could hear you singing. You know. Yeah, got absolutely hammered Tuesday night. I think it was Tuesday night, wasn't it, Matak? I thought I'd try a vodka martini. And then I tried an absinthe martini. And then I tried a fireball martini. And I drank all the absinthe, all the vodka, and all the fucking fireball I had. Reed said also a new fraud, error, and recovery bill makes banks give your spending details to the government so they will know exactly what you're buying. Metallic said, I think so. What night I put the tree up on? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. I think it was. So, yeah. CrossShot UK is now doing the speed loaders that fit on the side of the crossbow. And I'll tell you what, they look really good. Well worth getting. I don't know if he's got a proper link up yet. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. There's 19 people watching. What have you been up to anyway, Reeves? You been up to much? Yeah, I found out I got osteoarthritis in both my hands. How'd you say arthritis then? Arthritis? Darren, I've said, can you do a BK2 mod video? Add a Ferrer on the whistle. Your mix. Yeah, I was just kidding, Mike. I know it was okay to keep the faith, man. Yeah, that's all right. Well, I wasn't sure. Yeah, so I just thought I'd say. Yeah, I can do that. Darren, I can do a video when I do it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I will. I'll do a video when I do it. Just sat in a bloody bag for ages. I've been meaning to do it for over a fucking year. But we'll do it. Yeah, I reckon on the original sheath. Yeah, you could get a ferro rod on there, I reckon. That wouldn't be too bad to do. Either leather or Kydex. Yeah. All right. Let's look into it. But I think I'm going to mod the scales. But that also might mean we might need to mod the sheath. But we'll see. Jumbo Salbo said, no, apparently everybody, your banking activity will also be passed on to third parties, apparently, to do with the tax office. Jumbo Salbo said, Mike, just muddle in on, mate. Tumbledry died the other day in the TV yesterday. Oh, what a bastard. Yeah, what a bastard. That's a shame, mate. Yeah, of course we are on the yellow pages when it comes to buying shit at the fan. Yeah, yes. I saw it on the airport today. Anything bought over 390 quid, you have to declare to HMRC to pay duty. You robbing bastards. Then he said, I'm stripping the coating off of mine in the new year. Yeah, that'd be quite nice as well. Are the screws flush on the nuts or do they come through? Mine are flush. Pretty much, I think. Aren't they? Yeah. They're pretty much flush. Just trying to be careful because of these gloves. I ain't got quite as good a grip as normal. Don't say said just as well. I cancelled my TV license. So got a good excuse if the bastards come knocking. Pete, how you doing, mate? You all right? Nice to see you on. By the way, Pete, if I don't often say thank you for being one of the members. I think you're still a member, aren't you? Yes. Yeah, you are. You've got the thing next to you now. Yeah, thank you, mate. What have you been up to, Pete, anyway? I was saying earlier, I don't know if I've said while you was on, it's osteoarthritis I've got wrong with my hands. And also, I've been sent the speed loaders for the Sobek, the ones that actually fit on it. They look really good. I'll do a video soon. Jola said, are the rivets black or silver on the back side of the sheath? Silver is original. No, I don't think they're silver. Don't think they're silver, like I can't fucking tell. Oh, Christ. Where are we? Where are we? Let me catch up. I bought two of what, the ones that fit on the crossbow. Yeah. Yeah, no, so I didn't know if he already had him in his shop yet. Metallic said, I grew up without a telly, but they came knocking every year. My dad would invite them in and challenge them to find the telly as they insisted there was a telly sitting in the coffee house. Oh, I love that. I love that. It's just typical. The only people who haven't got a telly get the knock on the door. And I bet the neighbours who had a telly without a TV license never had them knock. Yeah. Speed loaders are great. So I've made a mount, Pete, that can hold these ones as well. So technically, I could if I wanted to. It's a bit heavy. I could get 35 bolts on my bloody Sobek altogether. Or 7 in the magazine. I think that's too much, though. It starts getting heavy at that point. Pete said the quick release was too short, though. Oh, no, fair enough. Metallic said bugger all on nowadays, just repeats. I gave up watching TV and they stopped Red Hot Touch. Out of the sky, wasn't it? Oh, God. Fuck's sake. I used to like going to the very, very end channels of Sky, and then you'd start seeing these German adverts at night that was near pornographic. Yeah, enough said leather sounds good. You can get a soldering iron on the handles and dig little holes. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Pete said, had the Dremel and grinders out converting arrowheads. Oh, what, into bodkins? Yeah. I will do another video showing how to do an easier fix for broadheads. It was just at the time I could only really get hold of the ones I did. I'm a bit obsessed with Australian Survivor at the minute. But yeah, I do like these. They fit really well and they look good. I would show you my Sobek right now. It's got a bayonet on it and everything now, but if I show it, YouTube might think it's a gun. Shut the live stream down. One of them, the vertical one's already been bloody age restricted tonight. But yeah, maybe I'll do a little shorts video tomorrow. Carla said RTL, Mike. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I'm not into this leak speak. Oh, RTL as in the fucking channel. Sorry, I know what you mean. No, I do know what you mean now. I do know what you mean. Devil Salvo said to Metallic, I must admit I do like Fallout. I also see Amazon Fire Sticks are being clamped down on with copyright material. That's all right, because I realised after a while, RTL, yes, I do, yes. That was the German channel. Yes, RTL. I'll tell you what I used to watch on those channels. So you tune in late at night. I'd either be stoned or bloody drunk. And I'd be watching those go skip to the end of Sky. And you'd watch the German channels for the near pornographic adverts. Or I'd watch Space Night, which was just Earth views. Space Night, Earth views. I've even got the DVD for fucking Space Night now. And that'd just be views from Earth, views from satellites of Earth with like techno music sort of thing. But not techno music, wherever like relaxing techno music would be. And then there was one channel, which or what was it called? It wasn't Autobahn, it was Summit Barn. Barn TV. Barn TV would just literally have a camera on the front of a train traveling along. And you'd be surprised how fucking entertaining that is. Especially if you stand. Fate said, I put £5 cat toy on mine and got a red dot. Torch and ultraviolet now. Nice. I made my light for mine. I can't show you properly, Pete, but I've got a homemade bayonet, a homemade mount to hold 2 autoloaders underneath, a light on a mount that goes on the side. Yeah. I ain't shot my Sobek before. I need to get out. Dumble Saber, yeah, good old Euro trash. Loved Euro trash. And some shapes to keep the cats happy. That shape, mate. But said, I watched The Last of Us because my grandson loved it, but that's the only computer game inspired thing I've ever watched. Oh, you watched a couple of episodes of Fallout with me, but I don't think you liked it. Sorry. The Love said 4 silver rivets below the dangly bit. Oh, do you mean them? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Dad must have blocked that out. Oh, sorry, Pete. Yes, I can. I have got a couple of old videos of targets that you might like. Sorry, I forgot about that. Just getting so behind on bloody comments. Yeah. All right. Now, I might have some stuff to do one soon, and that's something I could do reasonably easy as well. All right. Yeah. I'll show you how I would do one. But it would be the same as the one I did before. But yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that build for you, Pete. It might be worth putting that on a comment again, just so it's back in my brain. But what happens is, I keep the comment. Sometimes what I do, I don't reply to the comment so that it stays on there. But then it starts getting further and further and further down when new things are put on. Actually, I'll put it on my list. Dumble Sabu said to Metallic, The Last of Us was good. Trouble is, they tend to pack a series out too much. I did watch Welcome to Derry, though. Oh, yeah, was that any good? Not Derry Girls. Welcome to Derry was it's the prequel to It. Right, that's on my to-do list. There you go, mate. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me, I need to get my bloody It DVDs back off of my brother. Yeah. But I haven't watched the second one yet, as in the second part. I watched the first part in the fucking cinema, and then these 2 idiot women sat right behind me, laughing every time something violent happened, which sort of spoilt it for me. Because I don't mind people doing that, but don't sit right behind people doing it. You know what I mean? Lee said, I watch Stranger Things Season 4 at the moment. I'm going to wait until that's completely all out. Is that the last one? So when this finishes, it's finished, is it? Once that's completely finished, I'll be prepared to watch it. I don't like watching anything when it's still going now, because I don't like having to wait or finding out that you've waited a year and it's been cancelled and it's never going to end. Shit like that. So I wait now until I don't mind waiting. I think I'll watch Stranger Things when it's completely done. The last TV show I watched, which I really fucking enjoyed, was The Chair Company. You need to check that out. I don't know anyone, apart from my younger brother, who's watched The Chair Company. It's by Tim Robinson, who stars in I Think You Should Leave and The Detroiters. John, how you doing, mate? You all right? He said, do people think that the outrageous arrests of freedom of speech weapons crimes is so that the UK population becomes scared and self-polices itself? I ain't got a clue, mate, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, because the problem is what I was on about earlier. There's so much sort of propaganda and like not full information that gets put out there by people who are not deliberately spreading misinformation, but because they have their own agenda and want to talk about it in a very specific way, they don't mention the other things. They just want to make it look like we're all being oppressed and, you know, you can't do anything and you're only allowed a butter knife, or not even that, blah, 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 blah. When a lot of the time, that's not true. You know, well, not a lot of the time, but you know what I mean? They're not telling you all the information. I've seen loads of big YouTubers do that. They'll tell you this information of some oppressive thing that's happened to someone, but they miss out loads of details about why that happened. And it's not what it seems when you look into it. When you look into it more, it weren't just an innocent bloke who hadn't done anything, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? That's not all the time, but I'm just saying, because of that, I now find it very difficult without lots of research, giving a proper opinion on things, because of the amount of times I've gone, okay, yeah, this is what I think happened, by just the basic video I've seen, and then found out later there's loads more details in the background that I didn't know about because that video deliberately didn't tell me that sort of thing. But yeah, I don't know, mate. Fate's watching Stranger Things. They said I'm watching waiting for Spartan to finish to binge watch it. Spartan, what's that then? Have they brought out that new Spartacus thing? Darren said, yes, bingo, that is an original BK2. Oh, nice, nice. Carl said, are you on tomorrow, Mike? I'm getting off, been travelling all day. I will be on tomorrow, Carlos. Take care, mate. Have a good evening. I'll speak to you tomorrow, mate. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. Darren said, £145 now at Tools and Knives Netherlands. I got one for 105. I was given that one as a very, very kind gift. Pete said, I get around the weapon carrying laws by dressing as a samurai and going to fancy dress parties every day of the week. What works, so good idea. Good idea. Can you be like adopted as Scottish? If I go up to Scotland, if I get someone who lives in Scotland? Yeah, how would you do that? How would you become Scottish so you could start carrying a fucking skein doing that? Firstly, how can I become Scottish? Or is there more to it than that? Firstly, I said I watched the war between the land and the sea. I saw a bit of that the other night, yeah. It's a Doctor Who stuff, but yeah, it's been good so far. Only 2 episodes out yet. Yeah, I watched that must have been the night after I went to the party. I was sat in here hungover and I watched about 3/4 of an episode because I like old matey Russell Tovey. I quite like him, he's a good actor. Yeah, I watched quite a bit of that. Yeah, I didn't really know what's going on though. It was only till someone said the Doctor that I realised it was like related to that. How could I become Scottish? Oh, if I buy a bit of land in Scotland, could I then become Scottish and carry a fucking skein doot and whatever? Firstly, I said, you can identify as Scottish or I will adopt you. Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, then I can carry a fucking skein doot back, can't I? Yeah. You're allowed to carry one of them, aren't you? I'm sure that's in the fucking list of things. Or is it not? Or is that one of the ones they've taken out now? Yeah, Spartacus House of Asher. Lee, that's what I thought you meant. Yes. Yeah. Is that out now? Metallic is out. Guess what else is out next year? So if I start going around, I'll probably get... I ain't doing enough in Scotland. I'll get battered. I'm going to get stabbed with the fucking skiing doing carrying. Go around Scotland dressed as a fucking Scotsman. Yes. But answer, if you're Scottish, you can legally carry an empty bottle of bucket. Oh, maybe. Oh, you have to be wearing your traditional dress, do you? Yeah. So you'd have to wear a kilt and all the whole lot, yeah. That makes sense, though. Fuck it, let's just start a gang. Let's start a fucking gang where that's our gang costume. And anyone can be in it who wears those clothes. And we can go around with our knives, you know. Yeah, fuck it. Let's start a gang. A new gang. What should we call ourselves? I'll let Persia come up with our name. I know you do, Persia. He said I wear my Cold Steel Secret Edge with my kilt. I know. My clan. We call ourselves the Shortlanders, shall we? Instead of the Highlanders, we call ourselves the Shortlanders. Whether you're tall or not, we shall be the Shortlanders. How's that? How's that for a gang? They are. Let's call ourselves the Shortlanders. Got ourselves a gang now. The Shirelanders. Let's call ourselves the Shortlanders or the Shirelanders. It's up to you. We'll have a vote. Sorry if you just saw my arse. I can't remember where mine is, though, so I'll get it out and show them. So Persia carries one of these when he wears his traditional get up. Feature from Gary Glitter. Oh, son. Not be in my gang. That is not what our gang song cannot be. Just want to be in my gang. Fuck it now. No. We need to be taken seriously here. We are the Shortlanders. And we carry our fucking Cold Steel fucking secret edges. I wasn't going to suggest Miley Cyrus either, my queen. And my queen, if you want to carry one of these legally, you got to be in the gang as well. You have to wear the whole traditional Scottish clothes. And then when when they question you, say, yes, I identify as Scottish. And I am in the Shortlanders. I'm a Shortlander. Here we go. We've done it. We've finally worked out how to do it. But the truth generally, though, truthfully, I just identify as Scottish. And yeah. Persia said, and you have to know why it's called a kilt. Yes, you have to know why it's called a kilt. Why is it called a kilt, Persia? Dark said, I'll just say a new type of false nail, but I haven't had it fitted yet. Yes. Well, you can buy like a little bit of land up there, can't you? John said, don't know if you have to be Scottish to carry a scheme, dude, but you have to be wearing a full kilt get-up. Yes. Yes. Lee said, anyone carrying a potato says a potato peeler. So let's just go back, shall we? And Persia said, and you have to know why it's called a kilt. And I said, why is it called a kilt? And he said, because that's what happened to the last person who called it a skirt. I do love that. Never get me to say that in real life with you, though, because I always fuck it up. Always. I thought that's the first time I didn't fucking ruin it. Not on purpose. Yeah, I do like these. They're nice. Oh, God. Oh. Pete said, do one of them ancestry tests, Mike? Something useful should come of it. Yes. Hang on. Let me check my brothers. I'm sure we might have had a bit of Scottish in there. Yeah, we might have had a little bit of Scottish. Yeah. Can't remember now. I think it's too far back on the thing now. But I've taken it camping and even froze well. Nice. Yeah, I bet that would actually. I bet that would. Yeah, I think there'd be too much stuff on here to try and. I was going to look back. Oh, maybe Matt's message you. I'm going to look, see if I got any Scottish in me. No. I just got back to David Lynch died, so no. I think we did. I'm pretty sure we had mostly that kind of stuff. It was like 55, 60% English or something stupid like that, 70% English. But it was basically 85% in the British Isles or more. Pleasure, do you want? Even when I said it, I thought, oh, here we go. No, I don't. Not unless it's haggis. And in my belly. John said we could wear a kilt but also have a protective characteristic. Say we're trans. Yeah, well, you know, we'll be a protected species then. Yes, there you go. I'm all for that. These are a bit tight though. Oh, your jeans. Fuck's sake. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Yeah, I bet these would throw quite well. Quite a nice little knife. I do like it. Oh, I don't know what to do for the rest of the evening. How many views has my video had earlier? Have you seen the video I put on earlier? Of me slashing these. I bet you haven't been sent it, have you? I'm gonna have to comment to her dimwit now. Okay, how would you? So I've done a video on slash resistant clothes, right? Someone's commented, most people stab, not slash. How the fuck am I supposed to reply to that? Fuck off, you spastic. As you said, haven't managed to see it yet. Are those sleeves itchy? No, they're not too bad. I wouldn't. They're definitely not itchy, Persia. No, I would say they're definitely not itchy. They're just. I don't know. I've just described them as a bit sort of. I don't know. They're not itchy though. They're just weird. They're almost a bit rough, but not itchy. I don't know. But I've been reluctant to get some as they look like they feel good. They do a little bit. It's hard to explain, Persia. They are a bit weird. Yeah, it's hard to describe it. It's not a soft material. Yeah, it's not a soft material. But but I wouldn't say it's itchy. I don't know, but it's not soft. It ain't soft. Fucking good though. Lee said, I have some cut gloves for spoon carving. But as I would like some, would be handy, bit of kit from out and about in some areas local I live and go camping. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, they are pretty good though. If you watch the video, you'll see how good they are. That's what I love cut proof stuff. It's perfect. It isn't perfect, but I have a lot less scars because of it. Yeah, it's, I don't know how to describe it, Persia. It's weird. It ain't really itchy, but it's weird feeling. It's sort of rough. I don't know how you describe it. You've worn long johns and this stuff. How would you describe it? So someone who wrote, most people stab, not slash. Is this a good response? Get a stab-proof vest then. I'm just demoing some slash-resistant clothing. It just irritates me. What a stupid fucking comment. It's just really fucking thick. Think, alright, I'm just testing it, showing you it won't cut. I don't give a fuck if people stab people. That's not the point of the video. You know. That's not the point of the video. The point is, will these stop someone cutting you? Not, you can get stabbed. I could do a video going, yeah, you can get stabbed, and then just stab a piece of meat and then go, there's a piece of cut through cloth. That wouldn't make any sense. See you in a minute, Persia. So I said, do you know what? Actually, I was going to say, he's not even there now. I was going to say it feels ever so slightly cold when you put it on. Yeah. Yeah, it warms up. Yeah, it does feel sort of cold when you first put it on, but it doesn't stay cold, does it? And but doesn't feel like normal cloth, does it? Yeah. It's sort of rough, but not. I don't know. Yeah. Have you seen the video today? What's that? This really good stuff, these. I don't know you know it, but you'll be surprised him saying about, oh, people get stabbed more than times. I've seen a lot of videos where these people are fighting each other with knives and all they're doing is slashing each other with them. They're sort of like hitting at each other with the knife. They're not stabbing. They're just like they're trying to hit them with it. It just depends, doesn't it? Lee said when someone attacks, they're often swinging machetes, so slash proof is better. It's good having a combination of it. It's just sorry that kind of comment irritated me because it's just fucking ignorant, really, of the purpose of the video. You know, but you see, you know, there is a purpose for this kind of stuff. Pete says, speaking from experience, you parry the incoming blade with one arm and hit back with the other. I've got the scars to prove it. Well, there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Persia Metallic was saying it's sort of cold when you put it on, which is what I was going to say. It's not itchy, but doesn't feel like normal fabric. But I got these. I got 2 sets of these arm protectors and 2 sets of gloves for about a tenner off of Amazon Haul. Yeah. Who else tries to stab with a machete? Exactly. I don't know. I shouldn't be so rude, but sometimes it just irritates me when these people say such stupid fucking things. Cheers, pleasure. Yeah, I did some good tests on these today. I know they work. But sometimes it surprises you how good they work. Yeah, I bought those myself just to test. Because then I thought, why not? I had a bit of money spare. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. Depends how many. Nah, fuck it. I don't know how many. Sometimes it depends how much views the last video got, because it puts me off. If I ain't hard to get any views, I think what's the fucking point? But nah. I might do a shorts video or something on the Sobek, how I've set it up, so people can see that. They said there's always a keyboard warrior. The bigger your channel, the more you get. Oh, that's true. That is true. Yeah. I shouldn't let them irritate me, but every now and then it's just because it's so fucking dumb. It's such a dumb thing to say. But why? And I know it sort of makes sense, but it's thick. It's thick to say that. You know. It'd be like someone, I don't know, maybe someone testing seat belts in a car, and then there's someone going, oh yeah, but most of the times crashes happen because of blown out tires. What the fuck has that got to do with the seat belt? It's got nothing to do with what we're testing. We're testing the seat belts. You know what I mean? Metallic said my battery might die before the stream ends. If it does, I'll message you. Actually, I better charge my phone because mine is on 18% at the minute. Cheers, Buzz. Yeah, I didn't realise you was replying to that first. It's just ridiculous. Yeah. Let me charge put my charger on. Fucking hell. Let me put my phone on charge. There's the wire. We've had an internet upgrade. Would you like me to show you how quick my fucking internet is now? Bollocks, I don't even know if I've connected it to my fucking tablet yet. Yeah.
Bit of a fuck up, really, isn't it?
We've had an internet upgrade. Right, hang on. Why is that video going age restricted? YouTube age restricted your content. Come on, let me know why. It turns out upgrade it so hard this computer now can't cope with its life. I think I'll tell you what it was. I think that's because my fucking computer has updated itself recently. So now it's struggling to fucking work properly. I hate it when they because it's like legacy updates now because I'm on Windows 10 or whatever. They don't do them anymore. Internet speed test. Internet speed test. It'd come out like 24 megabits now. Depends on what I'm on. I might be too far away to get the decent fucking internet here. Come on then. I hate it when things ask you if you consent. It just doesn't sound right. I'll allow it. I'm not going to consent to it, though. Sounds like they want to touch me up or something. Peter, my internet is supposed to be fast, but it really identifies as 1980s second-hand speakers. Mine was like that for years. I could just tell you what it was, but I wanted to prove it. Wanted to prove it to you. Probably won't be able to anyway because it'll say my fucking local area. Right. Continue on the web. Yes. Go. Go. Tell me how good my internet is. Right. Yeah. If I do it on my computer with the wire, it's getting like 600 megabits a second at the minute, or sometimes 900. We got actual like fiber broadband put in the other day, so it's actually good now. You couldn't do multiple things in this house. There's too many people in this house doing stuff. So yeah, you just if there was more than like two or three of you online, well shit. Lee said, I found the more you have connected, the more network, the lower you get. That's it. That's what used to happen with us. As soon as everyone was in, it would start dropping and dropping and dropping until you was getting on a wire about 15 megabits a second. If I go on to, hang on, internet speed test. If it doesn't show like my local area, I'll do a screenshot of this. Because what it does, sometimes it says where it sent the information from. Sorry, Edwin. Let me just look, hang on. That's okay. Right. Screen. Share screen. There you go. 666.3. 172. Yeah, that's a lot better. Right, there you go. Oh, maybe you can see that. Maybe you can. Why has that suddenly done that? Visual effects. Let's not start doing too bad. Why has that one suddenly gone small? Ah, there you go. Yeah, it's a lot better now. It's a lot better now. You can actually do multiple things. You know, my brother can play on his bloody computer game. Yeah. So did I ask you all what you're up to tomorrow? I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'll probably do that crossbow video. I might go out and shoot it. I don't know. I haven't really been in the mood for a lot of things because my hands was killing me. I noticed even shooting the crossbows was making my hands hurt. But last couple of days, they're not too bad. So I may actually be able to go out and have a little shoot. If I can find the stuff, Pete, maybe I'll make a target tomorrow. Yeah, might have the stuff in the garden because luckily there's been quite a few cardboard boxes coming in. Seems it's Christmas. I've got a torch review I need to do. I haven't even got it out of the box actually. I don't think so. So I got that recently. Another one of those little sort of clip-on lights. No, I've opened it at least. Thing is, these lights have so many features on them nowadays. You can't even fucking work half of them out. You don't need them either. But, you know, that's what they do. They program into them. Oh, there you go. Well, there's the battery, which is a 900 milliamp. That looks like a AA, but I'm not sure if it is. That goes in the bottom there. So it's got a clip which has a magnet on it. I think that has a magnet on it as well. Yeah. There's a magnet that way. Pretty sure if that is a magnet or not. I don't. Well, I probably don't need one if it's a fucking clip, does it? But that's definitely a magnet. So this is the Sofern ST10. I don't know what features this has got on it. Oh, fuck. I didn't know. What? It's got a light on the top. I didn't even know that. Yeah, charging point on the side of the battery. That must be how you charge it. I don't think it's got one on the actual light. So you've got a pointy light, essentially, and a side light. Yeah. Oh, I quite like that. Can't work it out if it had any colours on it. Because I've got like two different. That must do. I didn't know how to do it. And that must. Oh, no, fuck, it does. It's red as well. That's what I mean. They've got so many features. I don't know what I'm fucking doing half the time. I don't even know I did that. That's white. I don't know how to do it. Let's try both the buttons at the same time. No. Hold it down. Ah, that's how you get it red. Hold it down. Yeah, I don't know. As I say, there's so many features on these lights. I don't know what the fuck's going on half time. Yeah, clip it on your hat. Yeah. And you could have the little pointy bit out. Or clip it like that. They're good little torches. I quite like a lot of these torches. I have started keeping a fair few of them. Every now and then I'll get one that I have no interest in and I'll just get rid of it. You know, sell it or give it away as like a birthday present or Christmas present to someone. But these little ones, I quite like these little ones because they are quite handy little lights for something where you don't need a big one. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's got floodlight and spotlight, so you must be able to change that somehow. Christ, I can't read that. I'd probably be easier to fucking put it on there, make that focus and read that. That won't bother. So yeah, I need to do a review of that soon. There's a lot of videos that need doing. It will get done eventually. Oh God. Yeah. I try to remember what time I got up today, whether to stay up or not. I could watch a film maybe when I finish this. Anybody seen any good films lately? Modern horrors. As I said, I tried to watch that bloody The Devil All the Time, whatever it's called, and I found it predictable and boring. I just knew it was going to happen constantly. It wasn't, and there was a bit when they was going on about the drive from one place to the other was 10-hour drive, right? But every time these people go on this 10-hour drive, they see the same people. Are you going a fucking 1-hour drive and you ain't going to see the same fucking people? Pete said, how did you mount your bayonet? Was it a scope mount? Not for this one, although I would like to do it slightly different. I'll take it off for you, Pete, so I can show you. Hang on. May need to just get an Allen key out quickly. Look at me. Who needs wads of fucking cash when you've got wads of fucking bolts? So that. So this bayonet probably isn't quite as sturdy as some of my other ones. It's pretty fucking solid though. I haven't quite finished it really. I do need to spray the bottom. So that's my bayonet there. One of these, it says riveted on and onto one of these quick release mounts. But I also then tighten the bolt up so tight that you can't quick release it. But it would be better, even if it just has a bit of paracord or a zip tie, a couple of zip ties around to go on the front bit to stop it being pulled off. Let me come a bit closer. I had to cut this down because this quick release mount had a rail on it. It's a rail extender essentially, quick release rail extender. So it made like the handle drop down a bit more. So I cut that off so it was flat, drilled 2 holes in it and riveted it on. But I did have to cut the bottoms of the rivets off because they was lumps that were sticking through, stopped it holding on essentially. You could put a screw through there and cut it off flat maybe. The only problem is, yeah, you probably could. You just have to take that bolt out, but yeah. Yeah, Velcro strips would work. Yes, exactly. All you want is something that goes around that handle. You know what I mean, don't you, Pete? You know exactly what I mean. But yeah, but I'll show this all properly tomorrow. Or soon, anyway. But that fits on. You can get the handle just behind it. And a quiver on there as well. What I might do is try and find a way to do all of these things from stuff you can buy easily, because otherwise it's too difficult to do. And then my torch, which goes on the side, is one of the torches I got sent recently. And this weird little rail that I got with, I think it was like a gun light. And the switch would be sat in there. I've even made me a light to go on the side. But you can buy those. Lee said, got to go, meds o'clock, have a great night, see you tomorrow. Take care, Lee. Yeah, I might go off at about 12. It's very quiet tonight. But yeah. Yeah, I can't show you on a live stream though, because I think it's a gun. But I've done a method to hold the... I might risk it just for a second. I'll hold this in a way that you can't see the handle. But that's what my Sobek looks like from above. I've done a mount that holds two quivers on the sides. But it's a lot of bother. It's I don't think I could make them to sell. I'd love to, but it would be too difficult, I think. I think it'd be too difficult. But I'll properly show you that tomorrow. And then yeah, cheers, Pete. Yeah, so I was just bored and I wanted something to do. Because my hands had been killing me, I thought if I go out in the shed, I might be able to do something mild bit of work, and it wouldn't be too bad. And luckily, it wasn't. Yeah. So I've got my two speed loaders in like a Kydex holder with like elasticated sort of string to clamp them shut, and they fit in, and you can just take them out, load them, and then put them back inside if you wanted to. But that was before CrossShot UK had done these ones. Because I could probably quite easily make a mount that goes under the crossbow to hold these on, so that you've got... He probably could as well. I reckon that's an option. I reckon, because I quite like having those two rails on the top free to have a light on and a laser. Because underneath, I like to have a handle and a bayonet. Once you have a handle and a bayonet there, you can't really put a torch and a laser underneath. It depends just where you want these things. So I don't think it would be difficult for him to make some kind of mount that would hold these underneath. I think he tried to. Hello, Gyro. How you doing, mate? Well, not mag extenders, extended mags, but yeah, side mags. But I think he tried to make some mounts for these to go underneath, but he felt that they sat too low. I don't know. What I did, I just made mine come up a bit. And they're not fitting too low then. But I don't know a lot about 3D printing and how difficult it is to do, and you know what I mean? But yeah, you probably could do them so that you just have a mount like that. It goes upwards. But the problem is it's trying to fit the mount on, because when it comes up, there's no way to put an Allen key in there. So you then need some method to be able to tighten the mount on. Yeah. May not even be able to get mine off. So I was thinking about it, a rail crossbow and an electromagnetic propelled bolt. Yeah, well, exactly. Well, that's not much different than a rail gun anyway, is it? It's just it'll be a longer bolt instead. Yeah. Why has no one ever thought of that? What have you been up to, Gyro, anyway? You're right, you're on late. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on tonight. Might settle in, watch a film maybe, I don't know. Oh, God. Quite tired. Might just go to bed. Don't know. I do love a bit of 3D printing stuff, though. It's good fun. I said it'll be easier on the power requirements and heat issues. I'm at my parents' home. Oh, nice one, mate. Nice. Yeah. Visiting the family, I I think that's what Chewbacca used in Star Wars. Is that what that is? That's like supposed to be like a rail gun type crossbow type thing. Yeah, no. I'm just gonna I need to put this scabbard back on that bayonet because it's in a weird position where I bend over and I can cap my face on it. When I'm doing my curtains. I also cut off those flared bits on the handle. You know, the bits that they put on there to stop you sticking your thumb up, because I wouldn't be doing that anyway. It's to protect your hand from putting your hand, like your thumb upwards and getting hit by the string. But I think that handle's low enough to not even nearly do that anyway. And also mine's probably far enough forward that even if you did have your thumb up, you wouldn't catch it on there anyway on the string. But yeah, I'll show you all this tomorrow in probably a shorts video. Pick up the chew, massive. Yeah, I like our chew. Great, I'll Chewbacca. Exactly. Got sent some of this gyro. Got the whole set essentially of high armor, body armor parts that go on other parts of your body rather than your body. So I got like shoulder and full arm, neck and your upper leg and lower leg, essentially. So yeah. Well, I think they only send you one shoulder piece. You can buy two, but you know, I think they only sent me one. I don't know. I can't remember. Grind bullet resistant armor is vital. This is Deadpool. He like to shoot you in the dick, does he? So I think I've only ever seen the second one of that, you know. Which one's the one where he's in the prison with the kid? That's the second one, isn't it? I don't think I've seen the first one. He's in the prison with the kid, and then the kid's got like fire powers or something, hasn't he? Want to kill the teacher. Yeah, I think I've only seen the second one. It's not like I wouldn't watch them, I just didn't have the chance and haven't sort of, you know, looked into it. Didn't even know there was a third one. Right, just so everyone knows, I'll be going off at 12. It's one of the live streams got age restricted tonight, which means there's hardly any watching now. It's a shame. If you don't have a full account now, it won't let you watch it. Yeah. Deadpool and Wolverine. Nice. Blade is in it. Oh yeah, that's that one. Is that the one where they was on about everyone like loads of like, yeah, people coming back, sort of thing. Yeah. Oh, one other thing I would say about that, my Sobek at the minute, is I haven't tested it since I've put all that shit on. It might be too heavy now. Chris Evans as Johnny Blaze, nice. Oh, is that the one that's got fucking it's the third one. The one that's who has got oh fuck, what's his name? Give me a second. He's in the Hateful Eight for a bit at the end. Channing Tatum as Gambit. That's not what I was going to say. Channing Tatum's Gambit. That's what I was just going to say. Yes. Is it that one? Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Talking in like a Creole sort of accent. Yeah. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. I'm going to make myself famous or some shit like that. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't massively into them films, but you can't sort of miss them. Yeah. That looked quite funny. That's the thing with the Deadpool films. They are actually funny, though, aren't they? They've got some good extreme gore in them, and they're funny. I would watch them. That's the one thing I think Metallics wants more Deadpool films than I have. Yeah. Yeah, that does look quite amusing. Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Channing Tatum. He's in the Hateful Eight for a bit at the end. Spoiler of that. It's not like I don't say he's in it. Yeah, so Deadpool is a piss take throughout for my hero. Yeah, definitely. Well, that's it. It is a piss take. And it is very fucking funny. Proper adult as well. Pete said, good film. Got to admit, I'm a bit of a comics nerd. Nice. Are they doing any new Punisher stuff at the minute? Who's going to be the new Punisher, or is it Mate You has been for a couple of it films now? Can't remember his name. I've read something recently about Thomas Jane saying he was miscast in Punisher, but I thought he was quite good in his one. I thought he was good. I quite like Thomas Jane. I don't think he was miscast. Yeah, bring back Dolph Lundgren. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Right, if Metallic's phone did run out, she must have messaged me while I weren't looking. Yeah, battery died. Fuck's sake. Right, I'm going to call it a night tonight. And that's a little bit early, but I could probably get in bed, to be honest. It is very, very quiet. I do appreciate everyone watching, though, and I'll see you tomorrow night, and hopefully tomorrow I'll see if I can work out why one of these streams got age restricted tonight, and see if I can make sure that doesn't happen tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure we didn't say or do anything. Maybe someone reported it. They didn't like my response or something. Good night, Tactical. Yeah, sorry, that was very quiet tonight. You just come on. Yeah, got age restricted there. There's been about 6 people on. But I'll be on tomorrow night. Right, thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. I'm going to see why they age restricted it if I can. See you later. Good night. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.